We have new details after a New York grand jury indicted a Marine veteran in connection with the subway chokehold death of an unarmed 30-year-old. And a new candidate enters the race for the Republican nomination, plus how GOP presidential hopefuls are responding to former President Trump's indictment. You're watching News 3 now at noon. And new at noon, a conservative law firm has filed a federal complaint on behalf of parents against the Sun Prairie Area School District. The complaint comes after an incident involving a transgender student in a locker room. The complaint says 4 girls said that they were exposed to an 18-year-old unclothed biological male in a shower who told them he was transgender. District officials previously said accounts of the incident were incomplete and inaccurate. Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty attorneys argued the 4 freshman girls were discriminated against and the district failed to comply with the Title IX requirements. The school follows the policy that doesn't allow schools to prohibit bathroom access to a student based on their transgender identity. Well, it's now been 4 days since a Sauk County teen was first reported missing. 13-year-old James Yablonsky left his home in a family car Sunday night. The vehicle was later found abandoned near the Baraboo Bluffs. Search crews also found a cell phone and a makeshift campsite. Officials say they have searched more than 5,000 acres using 20 canine units and more than 100 officers. Madison officials are searching for a missing 46-year-old man who was last seen near Tenney Park yesterday afternoon. Cody McCartney was last seen around 2:45 in the 1300 block of Sherman Avenue. Officials say there are concerns for his welfare. McCartney is 5'9", weighs 190 pounds, has blue eyes and brown hair. He was last seen wearing a baseball cap, sunglasses, a T-shirt, and khaki shorts. Anyone who sees him asked to call 911. Police are also looking for the man accused of trying to steal a car on the city's east side. It happened Tuesday night around 9 o'clock along Crystal Lane near the interstate. Officials say the man got into a car that was running outside and tried to drive off, but the key fob was too far away for it to work. The vehicle's owners ended up chasing the man but stopped after she heard gunshots. If you know anything or might have seen something, call Madison Area Crime Stoppers at 608-266-6014. Let's head out now to the weather patio where meteorologist Jacob Madison has a look at your first warning forecast. Kind of hazy out there today.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have another air quality alert to talk about, and it actually has been extended until midnight tonight for all of Wisconsin. For the air quality alert in Minnesota, that is going to stay in effect until 6 a.m. on Friday. So we are going to continue to see this air quality alert, and if we take a look at the visible cloud track, there are some clouds that kind of block the view of the haze, but if you look especially in the southwestern portion of the state and in southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, all that gray you see right there, that is the wildfire smoke. Now here is a better view of the wildfire smoke, and looking at the future track of it, it is going to slowly get better throughout the day. Right here is when the air quality alert is expected to end. Although I don't expect there to be an air quality alert tomorrow, we're still going to see some hazy skies as moderate smoke will continue to linger across our area. This may continue at least to start the weekend. I'm hopeful that by the end of the weekend we will see just light smoke across our area. Now, as far as temperatures, the hazy skies have really kept those temperatures down. Typically when we see hazy skies, it kind of prevents the sun from beating down on us, so the temperatures are a bit cooler than what we initially anticipated for, with 60s still in Madison, 70s in the southwestern portion of the state. Taking a look at the forecast for this afternoon, temperatures are still expected to get into the 70s here in Madison. We'll see highs of around 77, possibly as low as 75 degrees with overall the hazy sunshine. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to continue to see the hazy skies, but as far as the weekend goes, we are going to see warmer temperatures. I'll talk more in detail about the forecast coming up later in the show.
All right, Jacob, we'll check back. Thank you. Senator Tammy Baldwin and other lawmakers are introducing the Volunteer First Responder Housing Act. The bipartisan bill would provide volunteer firefighters and first responders affordable housing. The goal is to recruit and retain more firefighters, especially in rural areas. Departments around the country have seen shortages of first responders in the last few years. Not in New York, where a grand jury has indicted a Marine veteran in connection with the subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely. We want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see is disturbing. Daniel Penny claims that he was defending himself and other passengers when he pinned Neely down, holding him in a chokehold last month. Penny has pleaded not guilty to manslaughter charges. In a statement, attorneys for Neely's family called the indictment, quote, the right result for the wrong that Penny committed.
I think what the grand jury looked at in terms of the evidence is evidence that led them to believe a prosecutor could prove that Penny used unreasonable force. Were the actions justified given the potential threat to others on that train?
Penny's lawyers say their client restrained Neely when Mr. Neely was threatening to kill subway riders. If convicted, he could face up to 15 years in prison. While former President Trump and the legal trouble he faces is taking a lot of the oxygen away from the 2024 campaign, the Republican field for the nomination continues to grow. Natalie Brand has the details.
Are you ready?
Former President Trump's campaign says it has raised more than $7 million in the face of a historic indictment. That includes more than $2 million brought in from a Bedminster, New Jersey fundraiser the day he was arraigned.
This is called election interference and yet another attempt to rig and steal a presidential election. But they will fail and we will win bigger and better than ever before.
Trump's legal battles continue to dominate the race for the Republican presidential nomination.
If my candidacy is going to be about responding to things that former President Trump did, then there's not going to be much of a candidacy. By the way, not for me and not for any other Republican nominees.
Miami Mayor Francis Suarez dodged interview questions about Trump after officially launching his White House bid.
I'm going to run for president.
With a video on Twitter Thursday morning. Out on the campaign trail, the Republican hopefuls are facing new questions about whether they'd pardon Trump if elected president. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley pledged to pardon Trump, saying it would be bad for the country to see him in jail. Trump's former vice president wouldn't say one way or the other.
There are serious charges in this indictment. Now, the president's entitled to make his defense. I look forward to hearing what defense he might have, but I can't defend what is alleged.
While most GOP candidates are treading lightly, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie have been the most vocal critics. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And Suarez's Twitter announcement included a call for people to donate at least $1 to his campaign in order to help him become eligible for the GOP primary debates beginning in August. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon, why thousands of Jeeps and frozen fruits are being recalled. Those stories and more coming up in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 24th and 25th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 24th and 25th in Spring Green.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
You got me.
Tag.
You're it. Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
Yesterday, the Federal Reserve announced a pause on its recent interest rate hikes, leaving them unchanged after 10 straight increases in its bid to fight inflation. Fed Chair Jerome Powell warned more increases would likely be necessary in the future. The announcement comes as the latest Labor Department data shows the Consumer Price Index for May only rose 4%, though the Fed's target is 2% inflation. Chrysler is recalling over 300,000 Jeep Grand Cherokees because the rear coil springs on some newer models could fall off while the vehicle is being driven, increasing the risk of a crash. The recall covers 2022 and 2023 Grand Cherokees, as well as 2021 to 2023 Grand Cherokee L vehicles. The company says no injuries have been reported due to the problem as of May 25th. And several brands of frozen strawberries, mixed fruits, and smoothie blends have now been linked to an outbreak of hepatitis A, making at least 9 people sick. The products were sold in dozens of states at Walmart, Costco, and H-E-B stores under the brand names Great Value and Raider Farms. Customers are urged to check their freezers and either throw out the products or return them to the store for a refund. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 393 points. The NASDAQ up 84. The S&P 500 up 34. Coming up next at noon, Pam has today's egg prices, and Jacob's back with the latest forecast. And then today on Live at 4, the Broadway musical Tootsie is now on stage at Overture. We'll talk with the actress who plays Sandy Lester. That's coming up at 4.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this summer, only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% store-wide, plus special interest financing for 72 months, only at Ashley.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
DePaco Credit Union empowers your well-being, helps you reach your goals. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Are you sure about this?
I got this. I watched the video online.
I can't help you with that bruised ego, but I can help you replace this roof safely.
Let the experts at Felco do the heavy lifting this summer with 30% off roofing and siding. Plus, no interest until 2025.
30% off roofing and siding ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best mattress deals this summer, only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% off top mattress brands, plus special interest financing for 72 months, only at Ashley.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, we're having fun throwing it back.
I had a penciled in mustache, like Ice Cube. I was feeling it.
And Tamara Maury Housley is here. Then we spotlight an incredible singer.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
News 3 Now first met them in 2017.
When Mom got cancer, I got cancer.
Now they reveal a heartbreaking update.
It's really hard.
What they want you to know about their inseparable bond. Tonight at 6. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this Thursday. How are you?
I'm well. The FFA convention has concluded at the Alliant Energy Center. Congratulations to Mary Schreiber from East Troy, the new Wisconsin State FFA president, 2023-2024. And right now, I'm surrounded in my studio by some of my alumni from the O'Connell Falls High School that were in town for the FFA. Yeah, go ahead, give a cheer so they know I'm not just making this up. All right, let's tell you a little bit more about some of the results from the FFA convention. Last night, we recognized all the stars that will be representing Wisconsin this October at the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis. Congratulations to Nathan Seitz from Pulaski, named our Wisconsin Star Farmer. Nathan is actually involved in sheep production. He started his own flock and he markets his lambs. That is where he found his niche. And Nathan Seitz now representing Wisconsin on the national scene as our Star Farmer. Ethan Lulich from Boston was named the Star in Agricultural Placement. Ethan is a part of his family business, landscaping opportunities up in Boston, helps him keep organized, and he'll advance to national competition. Henry Kerner from the Bigfoot FFA took home the Star in Agri-Science Award. Now, Henry didn't necessarily come from a animal agriculture, a farm background, but he found his passion for science and research in his agriculture classes, so he is on to the national scene. And Jacob Harbaugh from the Clintonville FFA, our Wisconsin Star in Agribusiness winner. He actually started his own cattle trimming for grooming for shows, and that is called Harbaugh's Hair. So he is on his way to the national scene. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, Mary Schreiber from East Troy, our new Wisconsin State FFA president. The entire team will be introduced on stage and be around the state starting today. All right, dairy markets today in Chicago. What can I tell you? Barrel and block cheese, both again unchanged. AA butter on a Thursday, down 1.50 cents at $2.37 a pound. So there, you heard the crowd. My studio bigger than you thought. So our FFA members might be clogging the belt line right now, trying to get back home. But it was a great convention.
You have a studio audience. I'm envious.
Yes.
All right, Pam. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Scientists in England say testing a patient's breath could help reveal a variety of cancers at an early stage. The first clinical trials on using this method are underway in London, and Tina Kraus has the story.
British doctors are busy taking breath samples. Researchers say having patients simply blow into a bag could reveal if they have certain types of cancer, including stomach, pancreatic, and esophageal.
So we have the patient breath samples, which we've prepared.
The technology is similar to a breathalyzer. Metal tubes capture vapor and gases from a patient's breath, and high-tech machines identify links between compounds and cancer.
And that's where we actually measure these potential biomarkers for the cancers that we're interested in.
Scientists at Imperial College London say previous trials on hundreds of patients have shown 90% accuracy. Now they want to see if breath tests can catch the disease early, when patients have better outcomes.
If we wait too much and the patient has an early cancer, then it becomes late cancer by the time the patient have very definitive symptoms.
Doctors say not only can the breath test help pinpoint tumors within minutes, but it could also replace more invasive procedures like endoscopies. Researchers have been perfecting the technology for 15 years and are now recruiting more than 20,000 patients for their final breath test trials, hoping to deploy the devices in doctors' offices within a few years. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
And breathing might be an issue outside here. Let's check back with Jacob, the complete forecast.
Yeah, but at least with the haze, it does appear to possibly get better for the weekend. But if you're a farmer,
you're not going to be a fan of this forecast, so I'm going to apologize in advance. But as far as the hazy weather, it will be better tomorrow, but we're still going to see a little bit of haze across our area. Temperatures will be near 80 degrees the next few days, but it's going to be pretty hot for next week with temperatures possibly reaching 90. Now, the drought monitor was released today, so this is the current drought monitor, and the moderate drought that we've been seeing across southern Wisconsin has extended to portions of central Wisconsin, and other portions of the state are under no drought whatsoever. But with the forecast over the next week, this drought is probably going to get worse as we head into the end of June. Now, here's a look at future track. We are going to be mostly clear tonight, and for the most part, we're going to remain clear tomorrow. Again, we'll see a little bit of haze, but not as bad as today. As we head into Saturday, more clear skies, pretty much no chance of rain. But then Sunday, there is a small chance of rainfall, especially to the west of Madison. There's also a small chance of rainfall for Monday as well, but it doesn't appear to be very significant, because then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to remain very dry again. So as far as precipitation goes over the next several days, we're not going to see much of it. This is really for the next whole week, and we're only going to see about 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of rain for parts of our area, where some locations, especially off to the north and east, may not see any rainfall for an entire week. So the drought is likely going to get worse. And as far as the next 6 to 10 days beyond that, it looks like we're going to remain dry again across Madison and for a lot of the Great Lakes. So certainly the rainfall we're going to see is not going to be enough to counter the drought. We may not even see that much rainfall at all. It's going to remain very dry. As far as temperatures, we are going to see lows around 50 tonight. Could even drop into the upper 40s. You know, with the haze clearing up and the skies being clear, it could be pretty chilly tonight. For tomorrow, we'll see highs in the upper 70s. Parts of our area could reach the 80s, but otherwise it's going to be pretty similar to today, probably a little bit warmer with there being less haze. For the weekend, it is going to be a bit warmer. 80s for Saturday. For your Father's Day, it could reach the mid-80s with a slight chance of a shower or storm. Definitely not enough to cancel any outdoor plans you have. Now, for the next 6 to 10 days for temperatures, it is going to remain very warm across our area, possibly up to 90 degrees by the end of next week. And as far as the rain chances go, we're not going to see much. So highs could reach 90, especially by Friday and Saturday next week. And it does look like the temperatures will remain pretty hot as we head into next weekend. So as far as rainfall goes, that small chance of rain on Sunday, also a very small chance of rain on Monday. But my guess is for much of the day, we are still going to remain dry. So for the most part, expect partly sunny skies for your Father's Day and for Juneteenth, and then more sunshine for a lot of next week. As far as conditions-wise, you know, it's not too bad. It definitely could be a lot worse temperature-wise. We could be in the mid to upper 90s, so we're only going to stay in the 80s. So, you know, you could definitely enjoy the weather. Hopefully the smoke clears out, but we're definitely not going to see enough rainfall to counter the drought.
Yeah, that's too bad. All right, Jacob, thank you. Next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Foil pouch cooking is always a hit. So wait until you see what State Fair favorite I have inside this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big, big, big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Imagine this. It's 1968, and the mayor of Milwaukee says nope to Summerfest. How many bands would you have never seen? And how many lakeside selfies just wouldn't exist? You'd never have met your new best friend while singing along to every song. Or know the feeling of hitting all 12 stages before the headliner. Thankfully, 55 years ago, Summerfest was a yes. And every year since has been one to remember. Don't miss Milwaukee Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance.
If you're a homeowner looking to make improvements to your home this spring, there's a product now available in your area that's going to save you thousands of dollars on your home's most important investment, your roof. Roof rejuvenation from Greener Shingles will add 5 to 15 years of life to your existing roof without having to go through an expensive roof replacement. I'm here with Russell Beckham, and he's a local authorized dealer of Greener Shingles that's helping homeowners save big money with roof rejuvenation. Russell, explain the roof rejuvenation process from Greener Shingles.
Roof rejuvenation is the process of reintroducing the protective qualities back into asphalt shingles, such as the flexibility, the granular adhesion, and also adding resistance to hail impact.
That's pretty amazing. Call now for a free roof inspection and see if your roof qualifies for roof rejuvenation from your local authorized dealer of Greener Shingles. The number is on the screen right now, but don't just take it from Russell and me. Listen to some of our happy customers.
I was just in the backyard the other day, doing yard work and stuff, and I can't help but to look at my roof because the way it looked before and the way it looks now is just unbelievable.
It appears we probably saved around $20,000 by doing this process.
Save money in 2023 by extending the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years.
Call the number on the screen right now for a free roof inspection and learn more about roof rejuvenation from your local Greener Shingles dealer. Call now.
Whenever we do a segment featuring a recipe that's cooked in a foil pouch, we always get requests to create more. And I get it. After all, they're easy to assemble, fun to eat, and simple to clean up. That's why we're sharing a new foil packet recipe featuring a State Fair favorite, sausage, peppers, and onions. And it goes together like this. We begin by tearing 4 pieces of heavy-duty aluminum foil, so they're about 12 inches square. Then we cut red and green bell pepper into strips and place them in a bowl, along with some thinly sliced onion and a few spices. Now for the assembly, we place 1/4 of the veggies onto the center of each piece of foil and top them with some Italian sausage that we've cut into chunks. Spoon some spaghetti sauce over it and loosely fold up the foil, making a pouch that's ready to cook in the oven or on the grill. Once they're done, which only takes about 20 minutes, it's up to you to decide whether you want to eat these right out of the foil or dish them up on a crusty roll with a bit of the sauce. Either way, you'll be in for a treat. To get the recipe for what we call State Fair sausage packets, simply visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an easy wrapped up way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. This is Moses. He's an adult cat who was transferred to the Humane Society in March from an overcrowded shelter. This curious cat loves to be around people. While Moses gets along well with the foster's young children, he prefers hanging out with adults. He also loves to play, especially with wand toys, and enjoys pets and head scratches. If you're interested in meeting Moses, look at that face, ask for him at the Adoption Center. If you don't have plans this weekend, stop by the Humane Society's barn on Vogues Road for their barn garage sale and open house. It runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday. There will be plenty of fun for the kids. Also, funds raised will go toward modernizing the barn so they can offer more services to the community. For more about this event, visit giveshelter.org/events. Last week's pet, Sully the cat, and Fritzy the cat, featured 2 weeks ago, are still available for adoption. So if you're interested in adopting Moses or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. And Jacob has one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, we're going to see some hazy sunshine throughout the afternoon today. Highs will only be in the upper 70s, so in general, it will be a bit cooler. Now, temperatures tomorrow will be similar to today, but we aren't going to see as much haze in the air. We'll see mostly sunny skies with upper 70s expected. As we head into the weekend, temperatures will begin to warm up. Lower 80s for Saturday, mid 80s for Sunday, and we're going to continue to see mid 80s for much of next week. Very little chances of rain Sunday, possibly Monday as well, but for the most part, we are going to remain dry. Possible 90s towards the end of next week. So as far as conditions go, it's not going to be too bad. It's not going to be terribly hot, at least until the end of next week. So definitely you can enjoy the weather as long as the smoke is cleared, but we're definitely not going to end that drought.
All right. Thank you, Jacob, and thank you all for watching. We'll hopefully see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.